Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be ordering and unboxing the NightCrystal M6 night vision scope. I've had my eye on this for a little while now because I've been looking for a night vision scope that didn't cost $500. So when I found these at this price point, I have to admit I was pleasantly surprised. And after seeing a few videos from the guys that actually put these together and the rigorous testing that they do, I had to give it a shot. So we placed an order, requested the battery and SD card option as well, which was like an extra $10. But the reviews on this are very promising. Granted, these have only been posted over a short period of time, but these are people that are saying that it's beyond what they expected, and they're very pleased. So I'm looking forward to putting this thing to use and seeing what it actually can do. And we're back, and it looks like it only took about 7 to 8 days for this to show up at the house. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and pop the top on this guy. Over here, it looks like there is the eyepiece. I would imagine this just pops on. There seems to be a little bit of a lip there. So we got that. Next, I want to say this here is our lens piece. And here is the main device. So we have our Picatinny rail mount. Nothing too fancy, plain and simple. Straight to the point. I like it. Looks like this is the infrared light. I requested 850 nanometer. On this side, I like that they have this extra Picatinny rail because you can actually attach an additional infrared light, which is what I plan on doing. Right off the bat, one thing I really like about this is that it does take 18650 batteries. Over here on the side, it looks like we have our charging port. It's a C-type charger. Right there, you can see sticking out, we got the micro SD card. That's a 32 gigabyte that they put in there for us. The micro SD card was something that I did request additionally, as well as batteries already being inside the system. So a little protector there, making sure that none of the signal from the battery got pushed through. 18650. And I will say the compact design of this, I mean, this thing is small. I've got some pretty big hands, but I mean, look at that thing. It's not very big. But let's go ahead and let's actually attach this guy. It looks like we need to screw this on. Yeah, nice. Okay. Go ahead and power it on. Heard a click. Oh, snap. Check that out. Oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and take this outside, and I'll go ahead and start recording with the micro SD card, and I'll show some clips of that here in a second. So here's what the night vision scope looks like. When you look through it, you can see the crosshairs. However, once you power it on, you can no longer see the crosshairs. So that is a bit of a downside. I would consider that a con, but keeping in mind you typically have to spend $500 to get a decent night vision scope, I'll go ahead and suffer through this. Right here up front, you hold this down. That is your power button, and that's also your zoom, your digital zoom button. When you tap it multiple times, it's going to zoom in. This rear button, this is how you turn on the infrared light. So you have to hold that down for about 2 to 3 seconds, and that will activate this infrared light. Big key is you want to make sure that you adjust the objective lens here on the very front. You want to make sure that you twist that to your liking until you see a clear picture, and the image is pretty crisp. I think it looks really good. I'm not gonna lie, this thing is very bland and simple, and it looks like it's made out of plastic, but this is actually of metal construction, just so you guys know. The housing on the system is actually of some type of metal material. These almost feel like they're coated. It's a real soft plastic. The rubber eyepiece is a nice touch and makes it really comfortable to use. So looking through this thing, the eye relief is actually really nice. I'm excited to see what this guy will do once we attach it on the side here. A little extra infrared light. So we got that tightened up. It's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and jump outside and try and get some more footage. Let's see if it's any brighter with this extra infrared light. Getting it powered back on with the additional infrared light, I'm not noticing much of a difference. These trays are about 50 yards away, and you can see pretty much each individual branch. However, this other tree in the middle of the screen, that's about 140 yards away. So also due to the fact that I was in my backyard and I had a few fences in front of me, I think the camera was debating on whether or not it should pick up the fence or if it should pick up the objects in the background. This house, you can see, is about 80 yards away, and when I turn on the light, it does seem to help the camera a little bit. But nonetheless, I'll go ahead and leave it at that for the extra infrared test. Switching over to the daytime option, you can see the color and clarity that this camera puts out is actually pretty good. And off in the distance, you'll see this light pole. That's about 140 yards away. I did attempt to do the digital zoom, but like I was saying earlier, this system does not allow all the features on the recorded footage options. So the digital zoom does not show in the recorded footage. And we had to give a little backyard test of the crosshairs to see if we could shoot something with our little BB gun, and it works. Overall, I think this is a killer setup for the price point. I mean, considering just a few years ago, you had to spend at least $500 to get a decent night vision scope. This is a really affordable option that the average backyard hunter can afford. And whether you're using this on a large caliber rifle or even something as simple as an air rifle, you should be able to handle the recoil without phasing your crosshairs. And the footage that we got in our backyard was just impeccable. You really can't beat the clarity and focus at 20 to 25 yards. I mean, I would imagine this would do extremely well with managing rats in a barn or maybe even rabbits out in the field. For the key takeaways on this guy, I really like that the reticle was illuminated with a bright red color, and it made spotting things through the actual scope very easy, and it just felt familiar. So I definitely like the way that the reticle looks with the mil dots that they put on it. The built-in menu option was also another feature that I thought was nice to have. It was very easy to navigate through the buttons on top of the scope and just put it in a really nice user-friendly package. And if you guys want to pick up your own M6 night vision scope, you can use promo code NightCrystal-LS and you'll save a few bucks when picking up your own. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. If it helped you in one way or another, please give us a thumbs up. Hit that bell notification to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos. And we really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch.